Babe. Okay, Becky said, I dare you, because I was like just being silly, and she was, I dare you to make that face and leave it in the clip. So when someone dares me to do something, oh my god, do it. Boo, boo. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to day 5 of my 100 days of trying. Yeah, I feel like a few things were kind of, maybe I didn't communicate the right way
when I was talking about the 100. In this 100 days, I don't want to binge.
And by not binging, that leaves me at a normal calorie limit. It is a madhouse. Like, it's really bad. So my goal is to just go 100 days without doing that. And it's been a struggle and it's been hard. And that leaves me to the fact that someone, well, quite a few people have been saying that that bowl of mashed potatoes I had was a binge. Okay, I have to read you something. Someone said, going over your calorie limit is still binging. Whether it is 500 calories or 10,000 calories, you're still eating too much food. For me, I'm not talking about anybody else, but for me, going over my calories by 500 is not a binge at all, in the slightest. So I wanted to tell you guys kind of what I have ate as a binge quite frequently before this 100-day challenge that I'm doing. I tweeted it all out. Follow me on Twitter. The tea is piping hot lately. So I tweeted them back and I said, WTF. Do you not know what binging is? I'm sorry, but a bowl of mashed potatoes is not me binging, because that like was a whole thread of people just arguing about that back and forth. Binging is when I eat 3 Snickers, a whole can of Pringles, 2 ramens, a bag of hot Cheetos, and then a Ben & Jerry. Now that's a binge. That's why I'm 562 pounds. Everyone's binging is different. For someone, maybe going over 500 calories is a binge for them. But for me, my binges are 3,000 plus calories usually. So it's usually crazy. And it's all in one sitting. And it takes me about, I want to say 45 minutes to eat all of that. And not only that, but I also ate, you know, prior to the binge. I had like dinner or whatever snacks I had throughout the day. And taking away that whole binge is making it to where I'm not eating those extra 2,000, 3,000 calories that I usually would every single night, which that is the reason why I am the size that I am, because the bigger that I got, the more food I was able to binge. And it's been a struggle, but I'm proud of myself because I've been successful. So far today, I've been doing really good, and I'm actually allowing myself to eat things that I normally would. Like today I had some Mexican food and I enjoyed it without feeling guilt because I'm finally eating like a normal person instead of binging. It's nice to be able to step on the scale every day and not see a gain. And that just goes to show that binging has really ruined my life. And I know in my heart of hearts that I can change this. So my weigh-in for today, day 5, was 559.4. And this shook me to the core because it was a 3-pound drop from yesterday. Because yesterday I was 562.4. So that was a big whoosh. It was just like, whoosh, bye 3 pounds. So it's not much, but in the 4 days I was down 4.6 pounds. And I think that's great, and it's just crazy that I lost 3 of those in one day. Okay, I'm there for it. I just don't want anyone to take away the progress that I have made so far, because I have made progress. I wish that you guys could have seen me every night in the things that I was binging, and I wasn't caring at all in the slightest. I felt possessed and I just went with it. But now I'm trying to be in control of my body, in control of my mind, and really just try my hardest to push forward and to succeed, because I am tired of feeling the way that I do. Binging makes me feel so gross, especially because I do it at night. And then I usually fall asleep maybe like 2 hours after I binge, and the next morning I just feel miserable. And I'm just tired of feeling that way, and tired of the heartburn, tired of all of it, because when I binge, my breathing gets worse, and there's so many negative things about binging that I just can't even Please take a sip of vodka every time I say binge or binging. You guys will be drunk. Hey guys, so today is actually day 8. And the last time I talked to you guys, I think was 5 or 4. I think it was 5. I don't quite remember. The last few days have been kind of hectic and I've just been really in my head and I haven't weighed myself, and it's just been the type of situation where you're like, do you want to be honest or do you kind of just want to let it go? In the sense of like, I wasn't gonna lie to you guys, but what I mean is like, did I want to just not mention the kind of mind frame I've been in? So Becky actually went to Georgia. She's home now, but she went to Georgia a couple days ago, and it was hard for me because I felt ashamed because I couldn't go. It was a family thing, and of course I was invited. I couldn't go because of me. I was worried about my legs because it was kind of a long road trip and my feet swell really bad when I'm sitting for too long. So I was nervous, and I know a lot of people are like, you do sit all day. I meant when I sit without my legs being elevated, my feet swell, my legs swell, and it hurts. And someone my size, that's just what happens. So I was very nervous for that, and I didn't want to damper anyone's time by being in pain. I don't like to be a burden or feel like people have to worry about me the whole time. So I told her, just go spend time with your family. It was hard because her and I don't really spend nights apart from each other because we live together, we sleep in the same bed, hello. So it was hard to say bye to her, but she's back home, and I am like really grateful because I was worried I was gonna be alone and like depressed and sad, but it was actually a really good weekend. I gotta be honest. Like, Hannah and Rafe came over and we all played games and just hung out with Eric and Ricky and Eric's sister, Eric's nephew, and it was a fun freaking day. I will have to say that. So it was sad that Becky wasn't there with us, but I felt really good that like my friends came over and we all hung out and just had a really good time, and I didn't have to like pout in my room like a little child. So I ended up binging a couple nights ago, and a part of this 100 days was trying to prove to myself that I can stop the binging. And it's weird, but some people don't just binge for one day. There is a such thing as where you binge for days, sometimes weeks. No, you don't continuously, constantly eat every single second of the day, but it's kind of like a binge wave that you can't stop. It happens every single day or night, depending on the person, and you kind of can't get a hold of your bearings, and it's terrifying. So that's what I was going through the last few weeks, months. That's what I was going through, and it wouldn't stop, and I kept gaining weight. So I was like, I need to do something about it, and I need to stop gaining weight. I just really wanted to focus on being more in control of my body, and so that's why I started the 100 days, and I was able to go 5 days without binging. And I know for some people that's pathetic and whatever, but to me that was an accomplishment because I broke the binging barrier. I no longer, it was like a continuous binge every single night. I was able to break that for 4 to 5 nights, and it was hard. It was challenging every single night, but then I messed up and I binged. The thing you'll learn about me is I never give up. I'm not giving up. So my whole thing is, do I continue on the 100 days? Do I start fresh? Do I see how long I can go without binging? Do I keep making tallies and, you know, this time see if I can go longer than 5 days? There is a YouTuber, I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want people to attack her, because I notice every time I say a certain YouTuber's name or like Instagram person's name, like people go and like attack them or like say things like, why are you helping Amberlynn, or why are you talking to Amberlynn? And I'm just like, what? Like, what? So this YouTuber actually doesn't talk to me, but still, I just don't want to like cause any friction. But she is someone I have been watching for a very long time, and I adore her. She's lost a lot of weight, and she probably doesn't even know who I am. But she used to struggle with binging. So every day that she didn't binge, she would make a little tally on a whiteboard, and she'd go a week, and then if she binged on the 8th day, she'd erase the tallies and she'd start over, and she would make sure she wouldn't binge longer than 8 days the next round. And then pretty soon she kept doing that, and it made it to where she just kind of was able to recover from binge eating disorder. And she's not like super popular on YouTube. I mean, she has a really big following, but there's another YouTuber, a weight loss channel, who has a really big following, and she has beat her binge eating disorder, and she's gone a year without binge eating by marking the days, by counting the days. And that is what I want to do, because I remember the day where she was like, I haven't binged eat for 100 days, and I'm just like, that's everything. That's what I aspire to be. I want to conquer this, and I want to recover from this. Recovery from eating disorders is a lot different than recovery for alcoholics or drug addicts. So I'm tired of people comparing the two, because people are always like, would you give an alcoholic an ounce of vodka every day? What? That doesn't even make sense. I need food to survive, which is unfortunate for all the food addicts and all the binge eaters out there. People who suffer with binge eating, they get it. They understand. They know what's up, because we all relate to each other, and we're not here to judge one another. And I know people are gonna ask about this. This is a really, really bad cat scratch that I can't help but sometimes scratch at myself. So it makes it worse, and yeah. But anyways, now that I've sat here and really talked about it and gotten my like feelings out, and like the more I start to understand myself, and God, this is why I love YouTube, because I'm able to sit here and it's like therapy for me. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm definitely going to just restart. I'm not gonna call this the 100-day challenge anymore. I'm just gonna see how far I can go without binging. I'm gonna keep track, and I'm gonna write down that I have it in my phone actually. Hold on. Okay, so it was exactly 4 nights that I went without binging, which to me is amazing for me. So now we're gonna go again, and we're going to see how long. I will definitely make a video tomorrow and kind of start this process, and I want to keep you guys updated. I want you guys to be in the know. I want you guys to know all about it, what's going on with me. I don't want to be someone who hides away just because I make mistakes. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna make mistakes for the rest of my life, and I don't want to hide in the shadows. I want to be in the light, and I want to show everyone that I am working on this, and that I am going to succeed, and this recovery is not easy. So there's something else I want to talk about that I just want to talk about real quick, is have you guys ever heard of weekly calorie counting instead of daily calorie counting? I know this isn't like a super like hot topic out in the world, but there is a such thing as where, okay, we're gonna do a little math for you guys, because your girl, it's just easier to work it out together. So I'm gonna go to my calculator. So I'm just gonna use 1200 for an example, because I feel like a lot of people eat 1200 calories a day, which is very low, but we're just gonna use that for an example. So if you had to eat 1200 calories every single day to lose weight, no, let's do 1300. So 1300, and there's 7 days in a week, obviously. So we're gonna do times 7. So that means in a week, you guys are eating 9,100 calories. As you can see, 9,100 calories. So if you guys are doing weekly calories, that means instead of eating your 1300 calories in one day, maybe one day you're not that hungry and you only eat 1100. Okay, cool. And then the next day you eat 1500. That's okay, as long as at the end of the week you eat 9,100 calories. Because realistically, weight loss is about a weekly calorie deficiency. So I've never done that before. I've actually had a few people recommend it to me, and I'm just like, how does that work though? But then I did a little bit more research. Research is key to many things, and it does make more sense. As long as you don't go over your weekly calories, then you gonna lose weight, boo-boo. Because it's true. If you are doing a daily calorie limit, sometimes you're not as hungry as the day before. So say you have a 2,000 calorie limit and you only eat 1,500 in one day because you're not that hungry, then that's fine. Because now you've given yourself 500 extra calories for another day, or you can sprinkle it out through the week if you want. Because I'm sure there are people out there who sometimes want to eat more than 2,000 calories or sometimes want to eat less than that. And doing weekly calorie counting actually helps more with that. So I think I'm going to give it 1 week and just try it and see what happens. And again, I'm going to make a video and talk about it more, and I really want to talk to you guys about my weight and give you guys weigh-ins and tell you guys about my struggles and my non-struggles. But I just feel like it's really important to me that I'm just more raw with my audience, because there was a while there that I kind of stopped doing that, and I just feel like this is the time that I need to do this, because if I don't do it now, then I feel like I never will. So I'm like completely rambling, so I'm gonna stop rambling and I am going to end this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.